Good morning. Oh, let me get this voice right. Good morning, Facebook. And I will upload this video on YouTube on my way to church. And I'm going to be quite honest with my Facebook audience. I'm going to do more YouTube. I'm giving YouTube more attention. So I don't know how many more Facebook Lives I will do. I was on YouTube last night. I did a YouTube Live. I had 30 live people tuning in on YouTube. I will upload this video on YouTube, however. But I had 30 live people, and the engagement was so just, the questions, the Q&As, the desire to learn, the motivational comments that they took time out to give. And so today is November to something. I know it's Sunday. We just celebrated Thanksgiving 2018. But in the next 2 weeks or so, on Facebook, you will not see me much live because I get so much better feedback and action and people that I'm connecting with the same mindset on YouTube. But I did want to make this a Facebook Live because it's 4 people that I tagged in this video, and I'm not sure if they're on now. If they are, give me a thumbs up. But I tagged these people: Kevin Young, Josh Rucker, Kiana Jenkins, who's just not, who's also a business, her business mindset is off the change. And Kiana, I'm still working on getting approved for my business credit. I have people, Kiana, that look at my personal credit and say, hey, I can get you a business credit card, but you have to pay me 12%. And Kiana, I'm just not willing to pay anybody 12%. So what I'm doing is, I know I qualify for the $25,000-$50,000 of business credit, right? But I'm taking courses. I'm looking at different courses that I can learn myself so that I can apply for business credit at my disposal over and over again. I'm not, willing to pay anyone 12% to give me one line of credit approval. Sorry about that. Facebook. So meaning that if they give me $25,000, I'll have to pay them up to $1,200 or $300 out of it, and I can take a course for that amount and learn myself. Right? It's the same analogy or scenario of if you teach a man to fish, he fish for a lifetime. But if you provide him fish or you feed him fish because he's hungry, he'll eat for a day. So I'm with the mindset I can invest $1,300 and learn the secrets and loopholes or the underwriting to apply for these business credit cards by leveraging my personal credit. And then I can get business credit at my disposal because I'm not just planning on purchasing real estate one time. This is going to be an ongoing recycling, using my credit to generate cash flow. And then the 4th person that I tagged in this video is Adriana Washington. No, I'm sorry, it's not Washington anymore. She's married. Forgive me, Harrington, aka Nisi. And I'm going to tell you why I tagged all these people. And you want to, I'm telling you, Facebook, you want to stay tuned for this. I'm going to upload this on YouTube, but I'm going to be more prevalent now on building my YouTube Live. I get, from 30 or more people tuning in at one time. So Facebook, I'm not averaging as much. I'm getting text messages now that's popping up, people asking me about credit, but that, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I want to talk to you, and I'm going to be dropping some nuggets. And Kevin, I just replayed the iPod Live that you and I and Josh did. Man, that's why I really want you all. And I'm going to bring this home in a few minutes. And I replayed that, and Kevin dropped some nuggets that I want to bring out. He said he's teaching his son, don't say I can't, right? say I need help. And don't say I'm tired. I say that a lot of times. Say I need to be refreshed. And Kevin, I want to plan a trip in Hot Springs, Arkansas in December. And I want to mastermind with you and Josh coming up in December within the next 2 weeks over the holidays. So we'll get together on that, because I do need to refresh, but I want to mastermind as well. And so getting back into this topic, and how the rich use credit to keep you poor. And this is going to help you all understand debt collectors, charge-offs, and collections as well. If you need to replay this video and listen to it, because I'm going to be dropping nuggets. And oftentimes you don't catch it all in the first. It took that replay of that video that I tuned into this morning for me to catch those nuggets that Kevin put out. I didn't hear it the first time. And that's what I always tell people. If you want to do your credit yourself, this, well, not this book, but this Credit Secrets book, I've read this book. I'm telling you, I know 20 or more times. 20 or more times. So Kevin and I are educators. I tell my students all the time, and I'm also a basketball coach. Repetitive, right? Practice doesn't make perfect, but perfect practice does or can position you to be perfect. And so how do the rich use debt to keep you poor? Notice, and my friend guy helped me to realize this concept. I was explaining to him things that you can do when you are applying for credit cards that has 0% interest offers. Things that you can put on the application that will increase your chances of approval, right? Or not getting denied. Make sure. And I thought he was, making a joke, and he told me, he said, "No, Tanya, I'm serious." And I said, well, if you put this certain information on the application, your approval odds are greater, right? And I went on to tell him and have a discussion with that to him. And he said, well, would that be dishonest? If that's not your situation. I said, well, I'm not teaching you about what's dishonest or not dishonest. I'm teaching you the facts of how you can get these approval odds at a higher rate, right? Now, whether you decide to use that information, because let me tell you something, the credit and cash flow world does not play. You have to know their rules and know how to play by it. They do not play by fair rules. And so once you know their rules, I give you the education information of how to be more effective. Then it's up to you if you want to apply it or not. Just point blank. And so what happens when you fill out a credit card application? It's an application. When you apply for credit, right, you are giving them information about yourself, your social, about your income, and about your housing status. Based off of that information, how you answer those questions. When I mean housing status, I'm meaning the difference of saying, of putting your apartment or your home buyer, right? And so the difference in putting that your mortgage or rent is X amount of dollars or this amount of dollars for higher approval odds. The difference of listing how many years you have been on the job for higher approval odds. And this is really how you get those interest, those credit cards at 0% interest rate offers approval based off how you answer the question, right? And so you're giving them an application of information. Notice you are not providing them a contract of agreement to pay back the debt. You are providing them information to see if you can be approved for a line of credit, right? Not an instrument of debt like you would with a loan application, with your mortgage, with your vehicle. that you are saying, I agree to pay these terms. All right, I just got a email from my econ success strategy. Someone just joined for $27.95 under me, and they are going to learn these cash flow strategies. I wish I had a $20 bill, but I'm gonna be honest, I keep a lot of credit. So that's why Kevin and I always, you know, I call this my money team. That's why Kevin and I always going back and forth. But I like to show visuals. And back to the topic, but hey, I love talking. So Facebook, if you're on here, you all want me to continue to go live, offer me some engagement, give me some thumbs up, tell me great information. Miss Coach Deloach, Queen of Credit, I appreciate your feedback. If not, I'm going to YouTube. This is my money team. Let me get focused on where I am. Thank you for the digital love. This is my money team. So I don't have any cash, I'm sorry. I have some to show in the near future when I can. And so now back to my topic so I don't get off track. You are giving them an application for approval of a line of credit. It could be $1,000, it could be $500, it could be $5,000, it could be $10,000, it could be $15,000, it could be $25,000, it could be $50,000, all with a contract. That's why collections and charge-offs are so easy for me to remove for my clients. Because you never agreed to a terms. What you agreed to, if you accept that line of credit that they don't have in the bank anyway. This is invisible money, money created out of thin air. They don't have the money. All they're giving you is an exchange of agreement terms. They're saying, I'm giving you $5,000 on this credit card that I don't have in the bank to back up anyway. And if you pay me on a monthly basis, right, this is how I'm going to keep you poor, because I have your cash flow. This is what cash flow is. Money coming in on a monthly basis out of an agreement of paper and information for money I don't have physically anyway, and we created this out of thin air. So that's why when your credit card bills or whatever, your vehicle, whatever, been sold to charge-offs, without your consent of them sharing your information, which is a breach of your privacy, right? Because a lot of times these charge-offs, they don't ask you, and I do create pay for delete letters for people. Sometimes people will agree. Hello, Kevin. Kevin is the king of cash flow. I tell Kevin, I want to come to Hot Springs in December and do a mastermind, and I need a refreshing. So you always take care of me. So, you know, let me know what you can find so I can go ahead and get that schedule and plan. And I want to mastermind with you and Josh. So these are applications out of thin air, money out of thin air. And that's why collection and charge-off is so easy for me to remove from my clients, because it was never an instrument of indebtedness to begin with. I'm telling you all to watch the replay. I am dropping some nuggets, and I know they're nuggets because I prayed this morning. God gave me some revelation on some things about this as well. That's why I know it's revolutionary. It will change your life if you can comprehend it and understand it. You can connect the dots of what I'm saying. And so even with a home mortgage, right, even though it has the payment terms, the insurance agreement, the banks do not have this money to back up. You know, I know we look for the FDIC insured banks. It's not there. It's not there. So, you know, that mortgage is a whole different world. If you're on my YouTube channel, I have about 3 or 4 videos about brilliant ways to pay off your home mortgage in 5 to 7 years. You need to check that out. On YouTube, I'm Latanya, Miss Coach Deloach. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. And so now when they give you a paperwork and say, I want you to pay me this cash flow on this debt every month for money I don't hold anyway, they're in terms of getting free money. Hey, I'm paying $200 a month toward this credit card bill. They don't have that money to back up. They just gave you a line of credit. That's why it's so easy to get off your credit report once your that instrument of indebtedness has been sold to a debt collector, right? Because did you know that, for example, if you have like a $15,000, and I've seen this, credit card debt, and a debt collector purchase it or buy it from the credit card companies for pennies on the dollar, and they buy it for like $500. Do you know that you should have all that information provided to you, because it is illegal? That's called illegal practices for someone to buy your debt for that cheap and then try to collect the original amount from you. So that's why the first thing you need to know is how to make that debt collector provide you all that information of how much did you purchase my debt for anyway. Because if they didn't purchase it for a certain percentage of what they're trying to collect from you, they can't collect. That's why I always tell people, you need to know what to do before you, and if you don't do it or respond right within 30 days, you'll relinquish your rights before you attempt to pay a collection agency or debt collector. So many different laws that they break. And so I have Josh and Kevin. Now, this is why I have Josh and Adriana tag, and I hope they watch this. And I'm gonna call her Niecy because she's my friend. Niecy has a home-based business, right? I have her tagged in the video. Go to her timeline. She produces beautiful bakery things. I mean, just she did a cake yesterday that was in honor of a young man that has passed. He's dead. And I mean, her pastry that she does for her home-based business, her products are just immaculate. I'm gonna ask her to do something. I'm gonna patronize her business. Maybe I can get a Queen of Credit cake from you or something, because we're doing a conference December 1st in Jackson, Mississippi. So maybe I can do that. Now, I haven't spoke with her about her business entity, but I'm saying this, and I don't think she'll mind. If Niecy is set up as a sole proprietor for her business, even if she collects payments, and I have a friend lady that do t-shirts for me. If she's set up as a sole proprietor, meaning that if she does not have her business entity set up as an LLC, a LLP, or an S Corp with the state of Mississippi, Mississippi.gov, and Kevin gave me some light on this. I said, Kevin, why do people have businesses and they don't want to report their business or set up a business entity? He said, well, LaTanya, they're trying to hide the money they make from the government. Okay, you want to make your side money with your side hustle. I got that. But don't you know you're losing thousands of dollars by doing it? Thousands. And this is where Kevin comes in. I mean thousands. I promise you, you're losing more than you're making by selling your strawberry dips and your cakes, your $50 or $60, $100 cake, whatever. You are losing more money than you're gaining, because you have over 400 business tax deductions you can claim if you just set up your business entity the right way. So this is where Josh Rucker comes in. I know this, but I don't want to do it. I have two business entities. One is an LLC, and one is a corporation. I think I said S Corp. I meant to say a corporation, not an S Corp if I did. And I did say LLP. My corporation is set up strategically, number one, because I'm building a legacy for my daughter. So I set it up as a corporation. My LLC is for my cash flow strategies business. And it's not necessarily a legacy building because it's already a home-based business product, right? So I can't pass that on to my daughter. I'm set up under the umbrella of a home-based business, but I get tax deductions as a result. My corporation is set up to build up a legacy for my daughter, which means I have stock certificates I can pass on. And also, this is a secret, out of my divorce, I got awarded half of his retirement, I just said. And I can transfer that retirement to my corporation with 0% tax, without early withdrawals or anything. And Kevin is helping me with that. That's why I call him the cash flow king. Okay, so back to whatever I was talking to. I know I'm getting off topic, but I am dropping some nuggets. So you all hit like, show me some digital love, and hit share. I'm dropping you some real nuggets on how to use your credit to build cash flow, and how rich people use credit to keep you poor. And so they give you this money out of the thin air, based off your credibility, your social, your name, your income status. Now, you can do that one of two ways. You can use that line of credit to go out and buy a laptop, to buy a television, to buy, I don't know, a Jaguar, BMW, Mercedes, Toyota, Acura, 50% off jewelry sale at Belks. I don't know. Gadgets that men like to buy. And those things are depreciating value. You buy a new car, as soon as you're driving out the lot, the boom, $1,000, you can throw it out the window. That's why I buy used with the slightly pre-owned with a warranty with it, right? But anyway, I'm dropping nuggets. I'm telling you I am. I'm telling you some stuff that if you would grasp hold to, you would be financially free. And so I do this, and my pastor gonna tell me, I know why you were late because you was Facebook Live, but Pastor, I'm on the way. I'm on the way, Pastor. Or a Cadillac Escalade. I want a Cadillac Escalade, money green. I saw one and I took a picture, and I'm like, man, I want this, but let's see. And so if you now use that same strategy, right? And this is where I'm going in 2019. That's why I have Kiana in this. I'm going to use that same strategy because Kiana and I can connect. And we can create contracts and use our credit, leverage our credit with these contracts with tenants who need somewhere to live. And we can now use our credit to create cash flow on a monthly basis out of thin air. The same thing that rich people do to you, but we are flipping the script, and we are doing it because we have a money moves mindset. Now, Nisi, I'm telling you this, and I want to respond to you. That December 7th text, I did read your text, and that's fine with me. You need to make sure your business becomes incorporated with the state. I tell people all the time, Jay-Z, to my black and brown community, made this quote: I am not a businessman. That's one word. I am a business, man. Nisi, make yourself an entity. You're already an employee. You need to make yourself an entity by incorporating your business and getting with the Cashflow King or Kevin or a good CPA or accountant that's going to get you thousands of dollars back of tax deduction. Nisi, your utilities, that oven you use to bake with to make those beautiful cakes, all of that stuff should be a tax deduction. Honey, you're losing that because you're not an entity. Right? You're losing that money, honey, because you're not an entity. You're operating as sole proprietor. And sole proprietors are taxed just as high as employees, 28 to 35%. Honey, if you don't do anything but make yourself an LLC, if you want to pass it on to your 3 children, make it a corporation. Get those tax deductions. So every time you go out buy flour, eggs, milk, wherever you go shopping at Sam's, that's a business tax write-off. You need to join this My Income for $27 because the most important part of that is record keeping. And honey, you get an app to your phone, and every time you go to Sam's and buy your products, you can take a screenshot of the receipt. You can track your business mileage, and you can keep up with your business tax deduction. And all of this stuff, and I'm telling you, honey, it's $27. You need to stay with it. And it's $34 a month. Because you're going to get thousands, and you're losing thousands of dollars, and you're getting tax high. Even though that little money you put into your checking account, you might be thinking, I'm not, they don't know. You could be getting more, double times more back, and you're losing out. It's about a mindset. And people don't have this mindset because they manipulate taxes and everything so often that they don't understand it's a way to maximize. All you gotta do is keep your good record keeping, and you got to know the tax laws. And so Josh, I have him. Nisi, reach out to Josh. Y'all look at my shoes. You all like my shoes? Or my orange? Nisi, reach out to Josh. He can help you. I know with the LLC, it's articles and corporations. I'm not talking about a nonprofit entity. Not nonprofit. And or if you want to become a corporation, right? And I will show screenshots from my phone of my stock certificate with my corporation. My corporation is set up under LD at lifestyle design, financial coaching. So that's what my corporation is. So let me get into church. I'm so glad to be physically in church today. So glad to be physically in church. Let me get in. Any comments or questions? Because Facebook, you all don't start showing me live. I'm going to YouTube. And I got a notification from YouTube now that my videos can be monetized. So if anyone know anything about that, let me know. Let me know what that means. And I'm all about multiple streams of income. I take time to talk and share free knowledge and information anyway, so why not monetize it? So, Josh, hopefully I'm sending business your way. Any questions? Any questions from Facebook before I log off? Let's get out my... Any questions, Facebook? Anything? You're losing money. I don't care if you have a business. You need to be in my econ because you need a way to keep up with your business tax deductions, and you need to know how to keep all the deductions allocated to you. You need your record keeping straight. So I'm gonna give you another nugget. If you file your tax return by paper, you get less audited if you do paper tax returns. But now you have a record keeping system. So if the IRS does ask you for this information, you have it and it's stored in the cloud. And I'm not going to spend time over $27 to convince you this is what you need. Hey, hit like and hit share. I'll review my analytics and, see how many views I get on Facebook. But I'm shifting over to YouTube more. Happy Sunday to you. Miss Coach Deloach.